I am going to back Forest. Big away following, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Massive opportunity to get that first away win. Southampton 0, Nottingham Forest 1. Well, what can I say? It did finish 1-0 to Nottingham Forest, and a priceless 3 points in such a big relegation 6-pointer. Today we're talking about it. Southampton 0, Nottingham Forest 1. And coming into it, we said the worst home team versus the worst away team in the Premier League. And Nottingham Forest have come out on top in this massive game with their first Premier League away win this season. Their first Premier League away win in 24 years. Crazy, to be honest. And a great start to 2023 for Nottingham Forest. I mean, that draw against Chelsea was quite something. A game where they could have even won it. And then they followed it up with a win at Southampton. And I said, Forest, I think, are staying up. And now is really coming to fruition with this good form they're on. Let's have a look at the Premier League table, guys. Honestly, unbelievable. Nottingham Forest moving up to 15th in this current moment. I'm recording this as other games are just yet to finish, but unbelievable there. You can see Forest have won 2 of their last 4, and that's 4 wins for the season, 5 draws as well. 17 points from 18. Look, if you get a point per game in the Premier League, you're defo staying up. If you get just under it, you're probably staying up. Forest going about their business really well. And it's not just a win, it's a win against a team that's down there with them, away from home as well. Really impressive. Let's talk about the action, guys. First 15-20 minutes was really good to watch from a neutral's perspective, to be honest. They both had big chances. Che Adams with the first good chance of the game, sort of slicing it just past the post. And then Forest hitting the bar through Brennan Johnson, only about 7 or 8 yards out. But he more than made up for it with his assist for the goal, which Owoniyi rolled in. It was a Southampton mistake, but Brennan Johnson did really well to latch onto it. And we've said his pace, he was burning past the Southampton players. And then pulls the keeper out of position, cuts it back. Owoniyi's there to steer it in. Owoniyi with a couple of goals for this season now. And as I say, Forest defended really well. And I thought they would win this game 1-0. And like I say, that came through. So, like I say, a massive result. The performance they can take a lot from as well, because going into that second half, we all knew it was going to be Southampton have to throw the kitchen sink at this. They're not a team in the middle of the table that can just sort of settle for this result. This is Nathan Jones' 4th game, and he's lost his previous 3. They're bottom of the table. They're a team that's been in the Premier League for 11 years. You'd think it was the opposite. You'd think Forest had been in the Premier League for a longer time than Southampton, with the way they controlled and saw out that win. Good substitutions from Cooper. They all played a role. Thought Colback did all right. Scarpa obviously coming in for a bit of attention there. He came in and did a job. Surridge came on. He got clattered into right at the end, so I hope he's okay. But like I say, Forest seeing out a massive 3 points. We've said how massive that result is, but look at these upcoming games. The form they're in as well. This will give them real big confidence. They've got these crazy cup games coming up. With how well they're doing in the Carabao Cup, I don't think it's the end of the world if they go out the FA Cup there to Blackpool, but yeah, I still fancy them to win that. The Wolves game will be interesting. Like I say, big crowd there at the City Ground to see if Forest can get to the semi-finals. And then look at this, Leicester in the Premier League, Bournemouth away in the Premier League, Leeds at home, Fulham away. Man City at home, look, it's a free hit. Just don't expect anything from that game, and if you get something, it's a bonus. That's obviously not a dig at Forest, that's a compliment to Man City's quality. West Ham away could be a tricky one. We'll quickly look at March as well. Everton, Spurs, Newcastle, interesting matches there. But like I say, the result, massive. Let's have a look at the stats from this one as well. Forest, they were doing well on the possession until the final third of the game, where you'd maybe expect Southampton to see a lot more of the ball as they're chasing. So in the end, Southampton with more possession. But Forest, which is something, you know, I've always thought they needed to do, obviously, was take more shots than they did in this game. They took more than Southampton, 11-8. But look at that, shots on target. There was only 1 in this game, so very clinical there for them to win this game 1-0. As I say, Owoniyi, very good. Like I say, I think the starting 11 for this game as well was a good one. I had some people ask during the stream today where Forest need to strengthen in January. I don't really know specifically where to pick at. I'm sure Forest fans can give their opinions down below in the comments, but this is how they lined up for the game. I think Henderson's been brilliant. He didn't have all too much today. As I say, Southampton didn't have a shot on target. Aurier has obviously been good. Warren and Bolly have been solid. Loddy, I'm quite liking. The midfield 3, quite nice. Gibbs, White, Johnson and Owoniyi. Is that their strongest suit of their front 3? Possibly. But like I say, we'll leave it there Forest do pick up a massive 3 points and they can put the Premier League to the side for a moment while they're 15th to take on these two upcoming cup games. Share your opinions down below, guys. Southampton 0, Nottingham Forest 1. It's a massive 3 points and, like I say, a massive Premier League relegation 6-pointer. Share your thoughts down below. Please do make sure you've hit that like button. If you haven't already, do make sure to subscribe as well. Forest are out of the bottom 3. I'll see you all in the next one. Peace out.